Welcome to the Village Church Connections. My name is Don Pullen, and today I'm here with Jim and Judy Mayer. Hey, Jim. Hey, Judy.
How are you?
Doing great. How about you?
Wonderful. We're glad to be with you today.
Great. You getting ready for the holidays?
We're getting ready. We're getting started.
You're getting started, huh?
Yeah.
Are you going to stay here for the holidays? Or are you going?
Yes.
And our family coming down to visit you?
Not this time. We're having quite a few people that don't have a place to go. We're going to wing it this year.
Wow, what a great idea, inviting others to celebrate Christmas.
Be fun.
Good.
It's interesting that there are really a lot of people that don't have family that can come, and so we try to reach out to some of those people.
Wow, that'll make it a special Christmas,
Sure.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Good. Well, we want to talk about GriefShare. We've just finished our fall GriefShare series, and we had a wonderful time.
Mm-hmm. We did.
How many participants were there this fall?
We started out with about 15, I think, give or take,
More?
and maybe even a few more, but
Yeah.
then it dropped off a little bit, and there were a variety of reasons for that. Judy, why don't you comment on some that dropped out?
A couple of people, or more than that, came a little too soon after their loss. So we recommend a couple of months of time because they were not overwhelmed at the beginning, but they were afraid they'd be overwhelmed. And so we recommend taking a little time.
This is the first time we've gone through this GriefShare material, and we were really very impressed with the presentations, weren't we? They really covered so many different aspects of what's involved in the grief process, and some of them we hadn't even thought through ourselves, and we felt that the input of a lot of different participants on the video was really very helpful.
Both professionals and non-professionals
Right.
who were people who had grieved recently when they took the film. People tend to really have a very unique experience in grief, and yet when we get together we find out how similar our experiences are and that there is a pattern, and it's so comforting to know that I'm not the only person who's forgetting everything right after death, or I feel so exhausted. Lots of things like that are symptomatic of the experience for almost everyone.
And so every meeting when you gather, there's more or less two parts of that, right? There's the teaching part, which is watching the video, which is always chock full of helpful hints and people sharing their experience. And then we divide up, right, into two groups usually, and just in a little smaller setting share some of the unique things that are going on in our lives so that we can come alongside one another and encourage one another and maybe even help one another during that time.
Absolutely.
There's a third part, and that is the workbook,
Yeah,
which
this
is
workbook is really
very
helpful.
It's very well written, and it keeps every day has something unique to talk about, which prompts my thinking and my reactions and pushes me on through the process.
Wow, so you're engaging with it not just during our time together each week, but during the week as well.
That's right. One of the exciting things for us thinking ahead is that we've got a new location.
We do.
We're actually going to be meeting at the Oak Room out at the Woodlands in the Commons right across from the Palm Grill. And we start on January 12th through April 6th. And we're going to start at 2 o'clock right on the dot. And so that's a little bit of a new time, a new location, and a new time slot on the calendar. So that's exciting to think about. And we really want to see people get plugged into that.
Great. That should be exciting. New series that we start in the spring, and this is specifically for those that have lost loved ones.
Right.
Whether just within the last year or sometimes people have grieving to do that's old, and it seems to wait for you until you're ready.
Wow,
It's
great.
interesting that some people have still not really dealt with their grief after a couple of years. And so this would be an excellent program for people for whom that is still waiting and they're thinking about that and it's still on their minds very much. We also had a number of people toward the end that came late in our program this fall, and they'll want to start in January to pick up the pieces that they missed earlier in the program. So we're excited about that.
Great. Well, we want to thank you, Jim and Judy, for the ministry that you have with GriefShare. And it really is important, I think, to help people through a part of all of our lives. All of us will suffer a grief at some point in time, and it may not have been soon, it may have been a while ago, but to be able to have such awesome material and a great leaders and a good group that facilitates that, I think, is very important. So thank you for your ministry
You're
in doing
welcome.
that.
It's helped us this year.
Yeah, it really has.
Wow.
So
Praise
we
God.
are very
Yeah.
encouraged.
Good, good, good. Thank you. And thank you for watching the Village Church Connections. Have a great day.